Okay, good morning. So this has been this video. I've been wanting to do it like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times that I've tried to upload and it doesn't upload. So, or not upload, but I get interrupted. I don't know, it's been very bizarre. So anyway, so this is November 16th, daily attendance. We will have daily attendance today and we will have daily attendance tomorrow only. We will have a Teams meeting tomorrow. Check in your calendar because that's where it's going to be. So I will be setting up the meetings later on today. I will send you a text through chats to make sure that it's already up. We will probably start at 9 o'clock tomorrow, okay? Everything is due on Wednesday, so your daily attendance is due by Wednesday. And then I created yesterday individual videos for each class to give instructions on your midterm. Remember that we're having midterm this week, so that way next week you guys can study for your other midterms and you don't have to worry about mine. And then that way it gives me enough time to finish my midterms and get out the grades. I basically graded everything except your classroom, your homework. So that's pending. I'll get it done today or tomorrow. For those of you who were late for your homework, don't wait till the last minute. You know, Murphy's Law, make sure that any type of deadline you finish at least a day before, and this goes for life because other teachers and possibly other bosses will not be as generous as I have to allow for you to upload. And then when you wait till the last minute, it's a lot of stress, and then you can't correct anything that goes wrong. So if you have internet problems, if SU gets moody, if you have like a corroded file, then it doesn't allow for any error. So make sure that you plan for your errors and you allow for time in case something goes wrong or for any errors that happen in your life, that you adjust and you allow for time. Because if you don't adjust for time and you don't allow for corrections in terms of you being able to have enough time to create the corrections and do the corrections, either communicate with someone or do it again or wait and chill out and give it a little bit more time. Maybe, you know, SU's up and running again for another, you know, another day or whatever later on that day, a couple of hours, then you won't be able to make the deadline. So make sure that you always put in and schedule time for any type of errors or mistakes that happen or anything that might happen otherwise for whatever deadlines you're having to do, whatever it is that you have to turn in. Don't wait till the last minute, okay? Because that's not the way life is. And you know, when something goes wrong, everything goes wrong. So don't put yourself in that situation, and don't live in that drama and don't live in that stress, okay? Because sometimes we create our own dramas and we create our own stress, and sometimes there's people that love to live in drama and love to live in stress. I don't, okay? I try to live as peaceful life as I can and as stress-free and drama-free life that I can, and that's work, okay? I think that's it. So midterms will be due on Wednesday. Each individual video up for the class is up. Also, your daily attendance is due on Wednesday, so that means like by Thursday midnight, 12 a.m. it's already late, okay? So make sure that you understand that, right? And there was a lot of teaching about a.m. is midnight, and then of course p.m. is noon. So I think everybody goes through that, so don't worry about it, okay? What else? If there's anything that you need, there's a lot of people that, that send me a text that really works. And then of course I'm pretty updated with all my communication. Remember that I am pending the class work that you all turned in. So give me a couple of days for that. Other than that, I think I have all my daily attendance except for the ones that were a little bit late. I wouldn't say late, so chill out. But anyways, I need to, because I had already corrected that. I also want to, give my condolences to Mr. Martinez's family. It is with great sorrow that I extend my condolences to his family. He was an incredible teacher, and he is no longer with us. He passed, and so that's part of the reason that I got added some of the classes, and I'm honored to give some of his classes, and that's why maybe there was confusion with some of you all that you showed in your schedule, Mr. Martinez, and then later, showed that it was me. So he passed away, and we just hope and pray that his family, I don't know, there's never anything that you can say that makes, the people that have had, deceased or someone passing feel good. So, I have dealt with death a lot in my life, in my lifetime at a very young age. And so sometimes it has just been best to just be quiet. Because no matter how much you've gone through death, you don't know what that person's going through. So, our condolences goes out to Mr. Martinez's family, and we hope and we pray that they are doing better. Okay, so that's why that switch, and that's why it was kind of confusing, or I confused it all. It's not an excuse, but anyway. So, our condolences. All right. So if you know Mr. Martinez, that's sort of what happened. And that's why there's that transition. So I think that concludes the day. I didn't want to tell you this last week because it would just confuse everybody, but I have been wanting to give my condolences publicly. And so here it is. Okay. So remember also, whenever I tell you something that you need to answer it, because that is part of the discussion board question. Last week I told you, what kind of midterm do you want? I think I only had 2 people answer. If you do not answer your discussion boards, then I'm going to have to set a different thing and a different platform for discussion boards. I killed 1 bird with 2 stones here, or 2 stones with 1 bird, or something like that, right? I never know the saying. So I usually do daily attendance, and then I do a discussion board. And for right now, they have allowed me to do that, but they have to see that you respond. Today, there's no discussion board. If you knew Mr. Martinez, maybe a nice condolences would be appropriate. But if you didn't, then that's fine. But tomorrow I'll probably do a discussion board. So make sure that for your discussion boards, you have to answer, and you have to comment in the comments below based on whatever it is that I ask you, or based on whatever it is that I ask you to comment, or any type of answer that I ask you, that I give a question to. Because if that's not the case, then I'm going to have to really create a discussion board. So because I'm brilliant at curriculum, because I've always done it, I sort of incorporated those 2 things, and it's just easier for you all to respond through the YouTube. Okay, so namaste, love and light, and get going with your midterms. Enjoy it, okay? And make sure that you comment here in your comments below, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in Teams, and also your daily attendance for tomorrow. Love and light. Ciao.